Hey guys, I'm April and this is Abs Are Made in April's Kitchen. Today I'm going to be talking about squats. Try to make this just a really quick short video. I have been learning more and more as I go. I learned this amazing way to discover what type of person are you. There's two different kinds of squats. Love this. So I got this on Squat University. Amazing. Basically, we want to check the internal, external rotation of your femur in your hips. And we can do this two different ways. First way, we'll have you sitting in a chair with your knees bent and your legs dangling. You can do this on yourself at home. We want to see if your leg swings more this way or this way. So I say, are you an innie or are you an outie? So this is external rotation of our femur. You can see I have external rotation of my femur. Now, if my leg were to go this way, I would have internal rotation of my femur. So you're an outie. I'm an innie. If your leg goes in like mine, you're an innie. And we'll check both legs this way and then this way. Mine don't go that way. A lot of people's do, and there's nothing wrong, and we just have different hips and our femurs sit in our hips differently. And we can also perform the same test. You might have to have a friend to help you with this one, but we can perform this test laying flat down with our knee bent in the air, and we'll see if our leg goes this way or this way. As you can see, mine's an innie, and it does not go out at all. All right, so for all of you people like me, if you're an innie, you want to perform your squat with your feet a little wider than shoulder width apart and your toes pointing out, because we do have that rotation in the femur at our hip. And when we're performing our squat, we want to sink back into our butt. So I'll show you from the side. Basically, like sitting in a chair, we want to sink back. First, we want to find our neutral position, and we'll think of our hips. You put your hands on your hips like this, on your hip bones. Think of your hips as a bucket of water. If you pour too much over the front, the water will pour out. You pour too much over the back, the water will pour out. So you want to find your neutral position. You can do that by tilting your hips front and back. You find your sweet spot. Once you've found your sweet spot, you want to hinge at the hip, engage your glute, and sink down into your squat. Now, your squats might be a little lower than mine. I've had 5 knee surgeries. I can't go super low, but your feet should stay on the ground the entire time. Your heels should stay on the ground the entire time. I see people do all kinds of crazy squats. So we see a quad dominant squat, we see a lumbar dominant squat, and we see a glute dominant squat. I don't want to see a quad dominant squat where your knees come out first. That's a quad dominant squat. No. We don't want to see a lumbar dominant squat when our lumbar goes way out first. We want to see a glute dominant squat. That's what we're working on, is our butt here. We want a glute dominant squat, so we want to hinge at the hip, engage our glute, and sink it back down. Now, if you're an outie, which I was taught to do a squat this way years ago, probably one of the reasons why I have had 5 knee surgeries and have had back issues, because I was taught incorrectly. So if you're an outie and you have internal rotation of your femur, so basically your legs are swing out, you're wanting to do your squat straight on. Feet are about hip width apart, toes pointed straight, and you just sink it down. If you're an outie like me, that feels awkward and uncomfortable. But if you're an innie, that's the way you want to do your squat, straight ahead. I feel pressure in my sciatic nerve when I do a squat straight like that, because your sciatic runs from your spinal cord down through near the hip and the femur down into the leg to supply all the the nerve flow into your feet, your calves, your toes, all that down the leg. Anyway, that's your proper squat. We can get a lot more technical, but I just wanted to give you a heads up on that. Okay, hopefully that helped. If you have any questions, put them in the comments or shoot me a message. Have a great night. Bye.